Let's see, expensive Lego sets is going to be a good one, and the 2021 My Little Pony movie review is going to be a good one too, and definitely going to be the next video. But Sora is the final character in Smash Ultimate, so... Hey Jen. This next video is going to be one we haven't put on the list.
How so?
Well, the final Smash Ultimate DLC fighter is coming out, and seeing that I have most of the following I do because of Smash Ultimate, I feel it's only natural I talk about it. We'll go back on the list in the next video, but for now, I want to make this.
Well, if it's what the fans want, give it to them.
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Well, sorta. Well, can you believe it? Sora's in Smash. One of the most requested characters in all of Smash that wasn't a purple-hatted villain finally made his way into Smash Bros. Seeing as Sora's the final DLC fighter in Ultimate, and seeing I've got a lot of requests to talk about the DLC fighters in my most popular video to date, I feel it's only natural for me to talk about all the DLC fighters, but not in the way it was wanted. Instead, I'll make a compromise and make a tier list on the DLC fighters from Mewtwo in 4 to Sora in Ultimate. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal ones. I don't have a script to go off of like my previous videos, except for this introduction. It's just notes, and this tier list won't be about the fighter in-game or how good they are in competitive. Instead, I'm taking a different look at them and ranking them based on my own personal opinion on them being in Smash, the response and reaction the characters got, along with how much it means for them to be in Smash Bros. So, with all that out of the way, let's get started. So here it is, we have 19 different fighters that came across all the DLC packs throughout Smash Bros. From Mewtwo being in Smash 4 to Sora being in Ultimate. I'll be going through these fighters in order of appearance and release because I feel it's only natural to go through them like that. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Mewtwo. Mewtwo, I feel like he'd be good in the B section. He was in Melee but absent in Brawl, so it only justifies his reasoning for being in Smash 4. He was asked for, but not as much as, say, Roy. He definitely got a lot more hype than Dr. Mario did when he came into Smash 4, though. Dr. Mario got zero hype because it was the last veteran from Melee that anybody wanted. Well, you know, except for me. I love Dr. Mario, I don't care what you say, I love him. But considering what Mewtwo is from Pokemon, it's not too bad, so, you know, he'd be good in B, because he's a good, safe character to start the DLC fighters that we have now with. Moving on to Lucas, I'll also put Lucas in B, but ahead of Mewtwo. Mother or Earthbound, depending on your region, needs all the representation it can get, especially 3, because it was not localized. And Lucas just wasn't a clone of Ness anymore, he actually had a few decent individual moves to his moveset that he still carried into Ultimate. He was in Brawl, but he was absent in the base game for 4, so it did feel natural they would eventually include him into the game. So overall, Lucas is another good, safe pick that people wanted and got in Smash 4. Now Roy, personal bias, I'm putting Roy in S, I'm sorry. Roy is my favorite pick on this list. Out of all 19 of these fighters, he is my favorite amongst the top. He was the most recommended fighter up to that point. His video game debut was even in Melee, and to this day is the only video game character to debut in a Smash Bros. Game. The reason for this being is, I guess Nintendo wanted to hype up the next Fire Emblem game in Japan, and not being in the States yet, I'm guessing this was just like a Japan-only thing. So, Roy's debut was in Smash Bros. Melee because his game came out the next year. Another reason why I think Roy is probably the most unique character in Smash Bros., but that's a video for another day. Roy was the first DLC fighter that I actually was very excited to see. I remember I saw he was announced on my 3DS as a downloadable character at like 5:30 in the morning. I was jumping up and down, screaming with joy just to see that my favorite character in Smash Bros. Roy had returned. My mom came in to check on me, I was yelling so loud, so I was very excited about him, to say the least. So overall, to me, Roy was a wonderful addition to the DLC fighters, and I just naturally, being my favorite pick, I gotta put him in S tier. Ryu, I'm gonna put Ryu in C. This is probably a mixed opinion, but for me, Ryu was asked for by quite a few people, and he did have a fighting game, so it did make some sense, but to me, I wasn't too enthusiastic for Ryu to be in Smash because he did have his own fighting game, so it kind of did, like, make me think, he's got his own fighting game, why should he be in this one? But I think that's just my own personal opinion on it. A lot of people did like Ryu being in Smash, so I'm not gonna put him in D tier or anything like that. He was wanted by the fans, so I'm not just gonna slam on him just because I didn't like him. He was a not a bad inclusion, but not one I really cared for, and to me, not as big as the others. Cloud, I'm gonna put Cloud in B, but I'm going to put him above Lucas and Mewtwo. I'm not gonna lie though, I really did not like it when Cloud was first announced. I could not stand it. My icon on YouTube when I started as BronzeBrawn originally was this photo of Cloud and Duck Hunt crossed out because I just did not like the fact that Cloud was in Smash Brothers. But on the positive note, I have, you know, time's a good healer, as they say. I have gotten over that. I don't mind Cloud in Smash anymore. And he was the first character that wasn't Nintendo-based enough to include, so Cloud's induction was quite a shock to people. Because up to this point, Final Fantasy was a mostly, like, PlayStation or Xbox kind of title. It wasn't well known on Nintendo as much as it was on those two. It really did start the basis of, like, just about anybody can be in Smash Brothers, but to a smaller extent as, say, like, other characters that we'll get to in this list. So overall, he was a good pick, but to me, others were better. Corrin, I'm gonna put Corrin in C behind Ryu. Corrin is kinda when the whole another damn Fire Emblem character saying started in the Smash Brothers DLC announcements. Corrin did get censored, but it's Smash Brothers, what do you expect? Everything gets censored just about. Smash is a game for good boys and girls, as Sakurai once said, or something like that. I don't remember the exact quote. Corrin just wasn't really asked for by the fans, but it did introduce me to Fire Emblem Fates, which was my favorite game until Undertale came into my life, which, ironically enough, 1 year ago, the day I'm recording this, is the day I actually played Undertale for the first time. That's my one Undertale reference per video. But again, not many people asked for Corrin, so it's not the best pick, but it is pretty understandable. Bayonetta, I don't even have to think about that. Immediately S. Bayonetta 2 being on the Wii U was a big certainty we'd get Bayonetta in Smash. She was very wanted by the fans. Bayonetta being an M-rated game too really showed Smash fans that just about anyone they want can be in this game. Of course, like I stated with Corrin, Bayonetta got lots of censoring, but that's to be expected. It would be kind of hard to focus on the game when Bayonetta's using her moves because in the game she gets like mostly naked, if not entirely. So I can understand why she was censored. It would kind of take away like people's attention to the game. But that didn't stop the modding community though. So overall, Bayonetta was a great way to end the Smash 4 DLC fighters and also showed, along with Cloud, that just about anybody you want could be in Smash. Moving on to the Ultimate Fighters, Piranha Plant, I don't even have to think about that either, immediately an F. Nobody asked for this character. It felt like a big middle finger to Nintendo fans who wanted Geno or Waluigi. Being a Waluigi for Smash fan since Brawl, I gotta take out that bitching on somebody, and Piranha Plant is justifiably enough of a reason for me to do that. I gotta do this for one character because Waluigi still isn't in the damn game. He's only an assist trophy. I hate it. And I'm sorry, Piranha Plant has to be the one I'm taking it out on. Not only that, but this is what we get for a pre-order bonus for Ultimate, a character that nobody asked for and wasn't necessarily a good addition. Of course, you can buy Piranha Plant separately now, but up to that point, Piranha Plant was a pre-order bonus, so it just didn't really sit well with me and felt like a waste of a spot with a character that, again, nobody asked for. Moving on, Joker, I'm gonna put Joker in A. I'm not gonna lie though, along with Cloud, I hated the fact that Joker was in this game at first, but now, he's pretty good in my book. It blew the Smash Brothers fans away. From what I've been told too, Persona is a really good game, so it makes sense why he'd be in Smash. It also really showed the fans that anyone could be in Smash due to Joker being a mostly Sony thing. Yeah, Persona was on the 3DS and maybe another Nintendo system I'm unaware of at the time, but Persona was, again, a mostly Sony thing, so it was just insane to see a Sony-based character in Smash Brothers, and it's still crazy to see him in Smash today. Hero from Dragon Quest, I'm also going to put an A. This was a very requested character by the Smash fans and Dragon Quest fans alike. Dragon Quest is a very popular series and is also well known on a good number of Nintendo systems. I also like the different hero skins. That was a pretty good touch because of the different Dragon Quest games throughout the years. So the fact that they just didn't have one hero skin and had like multiple ones, I thought was really cool. I mean, I haven't played Dragon Quest. Hell, I haven't played most of the games these characters are from, which I probably should. I've told a lot of these game franchises are wonderful. But overall, Hero was a very wanted character that shows the fans can get what they want if they ask for it enough. Banjo-Kazooie, S, above Roy, no question. This was, at the time, the most insane reveal. I myself could not believe it was true. I wanted Banjo-Kazooie in Smash since Brawl, just like everybody else did, and the fact that we finally got him, I absolutely loved it. Banjo-Kazooie's introduction in the Smash Brothers, along with Joker, Bayonetta, and Cloud, really cemented to Smash fans that literally anyone can be in Smash now. So the fact that Nintendo could make a deal with Microsoft to put Banjo-Kazooie in this game, and you know, Smash Brothers being Smash Brothers, Microsoft probably was happy to oblige. It's honestly one of my personal favorite picks since Brawl came out, because I've just wanted Banjo-Kazooie in this game for so long, because people have wanted him for so long, and seeing all of the response and reactions from it, it's more than justified. So yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is one of the best fighter reveals we've had so far, and is easily an S. Terry, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put Terry in C. You know, Fatal Fury is known well enough in South America to include him, and Fatal Fury was a big inspiration to Sakurai for Smash Brothers, but I personally wasn't too big on his inclusion since, like Ryu, he had his own fighting game to be in, but they have their own fighting game, like, they shouldn't be in it. Well, necessarily shouldn't be in it, but they've got a fighting game, they should be in it. That's a double-edged sword for me. And considering the fans really did appreciate him being in the game, I don't have a problem with him. He's not a bad pick, but not one I really enjoyed myself. Speaking about not really enjoyed, Byleth, no. I knew Byleth was going to be the 5th fighter in the DLC pass. No way they weren't going to make it anyone else but Byleth. I called it since Terry was announced that Byleth's going to be the 5th one, and I'll be damned if it wasn't true. Byleth really hit home and cemented the whole another damn Fire Emblem character saying for good, because we had already gotten Chrom, a character that not even the Fire Emblem fans asked for. So the fact that we got Byleth into the game, another character that little to nobody asked for, it just left a very bad taste in my mouth, along with a lot of the fans too. Not to mention that the second fighter pass was announced and it was told that they were already decided, so like, you know, bitching on the internet was not going to do anything. That kind of made things worse for people, because it kind of showed them that it doesn't matter who you want in Smash, we are going to put whoever we want. Of course, now with the second fighter pass, we learned that's not the case. We got anything but who we wanted in Smash. Byleth being announced was more of a disappointment than Jenny not being in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, which I will bitch about until she's in it. I'll do it gladly. You know what? No. Hell with the tier list right now. Turn the music off even. Jen, don't even think about putting me on a technical difficulty. This needs to be addressed. The show was completely mistreated by Nickelodeon in the first place, and the fact that they didn't put her in a Nickelodeon fighting game, a futuristic, military-grade, artificially intelligent, alien fighting robot with more than enough abilities for a moveset, just further implements the fact that they don't give a shit about the show. I hate it, the show is wonderful, and it further proves Nickelodeon doesn't care about it. This show's community has been clawing and scraping at Nickelodeon to make this show relevant in anything modern day, and they just don't do it. Ever since I rediscovered the show just over a year ago, the only thing that's come out for it is 7 pins and 1 t-shirt. 7 pins and 1 t-shirt. No other merchandise. Nothing. And they didn't even put her in the fucking video game. Why does Nickelodeon keep doing this show wrong? God. Sorry about that random rant. It's just that I love the show to death. It's one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows ever, and the fact that Nickelodeon doesn't recognize it in any way, shape, or form 99% of the time just really pisses me off. But anyways. So, Byleth isn't bad now, but easily one of the worst characters at reveal due to the circumstances and the reaction that the fans gave to it.
I wanted Byleth.
Fine. But I've said it before, time is a good healer, so I'm going to put Byleth above Piranha Plant because I just hate the fact that Piranha Plant's in this game. Moving on to the second fighter pass, we have Min Min. I'm gonna put Min Min above Lucas and Mewtwo, but behind Cloud. Like I've said with Ryu and Terry, like, Min Min's in a fighting game, so I wasn't too keen on a fighter from a different game being in Smash, but, you know, double-edged sword. Min Min is kind of different than Ryu and Terry for me, because Min Min was from ARMS, which is a Nintendo-based game, so I can understand the inclusion more than Ryu or Terry. And an ARMS fighter was pretty well wanted by the fans, but the fact that it was Min Min kind of shocked a lot of people, because no one expected it to be Min Min. And Min Min's inclusion does show us that Nintendo could give a few odd surprises for fighters, especially since, you know, again, nobody expected it to be Min Min, especially from ARMS. So I think Min Min's a good inclusion, and Swerve Ball of a DLC fighter, worthy enough to put her in B tier. Now, Steve, originally when I made this video, I put Steve in D tier because of my own personal opinions, but after looking further into it, I have to put him, like, in top A, because what can I say? It's Steve. It shattered the internet. I personally knew they'd include Steve after Banjo-Kazooie. It was just a matter of time, so I wasn't too shocked or excited to see him in it, but everybody else was. Yeah, people did complain it wasn't Master Chief, but Master Chief is Xbox's mascot. I highly doubt we're gonna get him or Kratos in Smash Brothers. Yes, they got him in Fortnite, but Fortnite is on Xbox and PlayStation. I don't think Microsoft and Sony are gonna let their mascots of their game consoles be put in their competition's best-selling game. I don't think they're gonna do that. I might be wrong with the next Smash Brothers game. But Minecraft was on the Switch and Nintendo-based system, so it was kind of understandable. Not to mention that Minecraft is the best-selling game ever, so of course it was huge for Steve to be in Smash. I also knew someone who said that they hated Smash Brothers after seeing Steve was announced, which I think is just fucking ridiculous. One fighter being included in a game just does not give you enough of a reason to hate a game. There's so many other reasons you could hate Smash Ultimate. Steve is not one of them. So overall, Steve is easily the most shocking DLC fighter to that point because of just how big Minecraft is and how nobody expected but wanted Steve to be in Smash. Now Sephiroth, I'm gonna put Sephiroth in front of Min Min but behind Cloud and Bee. With the introduction of Cloud, it felt inevitable that Sephiroth would be in Smash Brothers. Final Fantasy is also a pretty good series from what I've seen, and it's very popular, so I'm not going to be complaining about a character that probably a lot of people wanted. Which they did. He was one of the most requested fighters at the time, so the fact that the fans finally got another character they wanted in the game, you know, I can't really complain about that. It was a pretty good pick for a fighter, and overall, really nice to see along with his Final Fantasy buddy Cloud. Pyra and Mythra, I'm gonna put Pyra and Mythra at bottom A, right behind Hero. A lot of it is for my own personal reasons, though. Xenoblade, as far as I know, is a very good series, and it was sad to see just Shulk represented in Smash. And since Xenoblade debuted on the Wii U, a poorly selling console already, it kind of lost a lot of traction. Until, of course, Xenoblade came out on the 3DS and the Switch. So it does feel good to have two more fighters represent the game. Side note, it also certified the question to my most viewed video, who has the biggest chest in Smash Ultimate. It's obviously Pyra and Mythra. And Pyra and Mythra are the first characters to be two separate fighters, so that's new. So that does show that they kind of want to keep along with the whole Zelda Sheik, two fighters as one character thing, and it is a nice different touch to the DLC fighters we've gotten so far. If they separated Pyra and Mythra as separate characters in the next Smash Brothers game like they did with Zelda and Sheik, I wouldn't be too surprised, but for now, being two characters as one fighter, I think is a good surprise and an overall nice addition to the DLC fighters we've got. Now, Kazuya, I'm gonna put Kazuya in C, but right above everybody else, because it felt a little underwhelming to me to see Kazuya compared to the rest of the second Fighters Pass. Like I've mentioned, he had his own fighting game, so I can see why he's in, but I wasn't too happy because he had his own fighting game. However, it was surprising to see him compared to Ryu and Terry because, you know, Tekken wasn't that well known on Nintendo systems, so he does get top C. And finally, last but not least, we have Sora. This may get a lot of shit, but I don't care. Sora is being put in the top S spot. Sora is not an S in this video because I wanted him in Smash. Hell, he's not an S because he was wanted in Smash. Sora is in S because of what it took to get him in Smash. Sora is a character owned by Disney, who is the godfather of being shitty with their IPs, and likely where Nintendo got their shittiness for their IPs from. Actually made a deal with Nintendo to have Sora in this game. It cost millions of dollars just to have that 3-ball Disney logo on screen for the short time it was. Nintendo pulled so many strings and went through so many hoops just to get one of the most wanted, requested, demanded at times, fighters in Smash Brothers history. And the fact that they did all of that just to get one character in this game shows to me that he is the biggest character that shows the fans anyone can be in Smash now. With a few exceptions, though. Okay, so going off script, this is my own personal, improv version of the video. I wanted to talk about this at the end, because this is my own personal, fears and tastes on, how Smash Brothers is at this time. As of recording this video, we are in less than a minute, 3 days away from Sora being in Smash, and seeing Sora in Smash, it was pretty nice to see him, finally, a lot of fans got what they wanted, but at the same time, it kind of shows me a lot of fans aren't gonna get what they wanted in Smash. Smash Ultimate kind of shows me that, Nintendo kind of wants different characters that isn't from their franchise in Smash Brothers. Like, they want to get all the big characters that they can to put in this game. I mean, look at the second Fighter's Pass. Only 2 of the 6 characters are mostly to solely Nintendo-based characters. The other 4 are just big characters from different games that have little to nothing to do with Nintendo, if anything at all. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is on Nintendo stuff, so is Minecraft, but to me, this kind of feels like Nintendo isn't concerning itself with what Nintendo characters are going to be in Smash, and more so what any character is going to be in Smash. And to me, it feels like people are kind of losing hope with certain Nintendo characters being in the game. I mean, there's still hope for Crash Bandicoot, he's still one of the most requested ones. But characters like Geno from RPG and Waluigi especially, it just shows me personally that we may not get these characters in Smash for a long time, if at all, because again, it feels like Nintendo wants to get the biggest names they can and no longer just the biggest Nintendo characters that the fans want. But that's just my own personal take on the matter. If you guys agree with it or don't agree with it, that's fine. Sora, Steve, Sephiroth, and Kazuya all were wanted in Smash, so as long as the fighter is enjoyed and well-received properly, I don't really have much of a problem with them. I mean, seeing where Byleth and Piranha Plant are can kind of make that a two-sided 50-50 statement, but you guys know what I mean. As long as people enjoy the fighters, I don't really have too much of a problem with them. And with that said and done, I'd say this tier list is done. If you guys agreed or disagreed with all these picks, that's perfectly fine. Everyone has their own opinions. Some people will probably say Sora is F tier, whereas they put Corrin in S tier. I guarantee you one person has that on their tier list. Tier lists are always debatable, but this is just my own personal take on the matter. If you guys want to make your own tier list with these characters and such, I have the link to it in the description. And with all of that out of the way, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care, and have a good one.